Moners, what's happening? Welcome to Moner Mobile. You know who I am. I know you guys didn't come here to see me, of course. Spider-Man Chocolate here. This is a very special episode. It's a long overdue Moner Mobile. I'm very apologetic. Again, crap. I'm just like slacking like crazy. But for you guys, I had to do a special episode. And trust me, this is going to be very fun. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm doing a draft episode. I just want to go through some winners and stuff, let you guys know what, some things that I saw in the draft I like, some things that I saw in the draft that were interesting. So we're going to get to some of those. I'm going to start with some winners. So let's start with this first team that I thought really pulled it off this past weekend. Yeah, people in Florida have a lot of stuff to be proud of with Jacksonville. They had a phenomenal draft. They chose two out of Todd McShay's, I think he had like a top 10 all-around draft player list, whatever, blah, blah. But Jacksonville chose two out of that list. So that's phenomenal. Again, Miles Jack fell in the second round because he wasn't sure about injury or whatever. But then, he reassured the NFL. He's healthy and stuff like that. Understandable. Excuse me. But Miles Jack is a guy to rely on in the second round. Plus, they picked up Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey's the best corner in the draft. It's an interesting draft class, not very strong, but Jalen Ramsey is easily the guy. He's the guy to have in your secondary, and they picked him up. Miles Jack, can't go wrong. Not to mention, Dante Fowler, last year's first round pick for them, is coming back after his injury. So they'll be looking strong. Plus, they signed Amukamura over the offseason. Defense in Jacksonville. We already know their offense is star-studded. A lot of potential there. Blake Bortles had an interesting year last year, but he's only going to go up from here. Plus, TJ Yeldon. It's TJ Yeldon. You can't go wrong. I'm going to be drafting him in all my fantasy drafts, so I'm very excited to watch Jacksonville this year. What a team, what a draft. Good job, Jacksonville. Yeah, I got to give it to Washington, okay? Their draft was decent, but their first two picks, rock solid. You gave Captain Kirk a weapon in Josh Doxson, and I'm very excited to see what that rookie can do. I can see him potentially being a Rookie of the Year candidate. I love Josh Doxson. TCU had him doing phenomenal things. He's got speed, he's got hands, he's got everything that you want in a receiver, especially with what Kirk needed in Washington. I think that could be a little bit of a tandem that the NFL should watch out for. But their second pick, USC's linebacker, Su'a Cravens. This guy is unreal. I love his highlight reels. I think he was great with the Trojans. He'll be great in the NFL. He's definitely built for it. I think he'll come in and he'll make that Washington defense a little bit stronger, which is what they actually, needed a little bit. Especially up the middle. He could be an inside linebacker. He can also play outside. Decent speed for a linebacker. We'll see what happens with that. But Washington, their first two picks, good job. Good job with those first two picks. Very proud of that. Okay, it's hard for me to say because your first round pissed me off as a Steelers fan. The Steelers wanted Eli Apple. So I'm a little sour at you guys. And you know what? I got to give it to you. Hometown, I live in New York. Hometown guys. The Giants, you guys had a very nice draft. And Eli Apple's a decent pick, but it wasn't your best pick in my opinion. To be honest with you, your second pick, Oklahoma's Sterling Shepard, will be a weapon to throw on the outside. I know Cruz, you guys were worried about your wide receiver depth, and you guys are worried about what's going on with Cruz and all those guys, but you guys have Beckham Jr. doing his thing. You got to have someone out there. You can't rely on someone who's injury plagued or someone who's inconsistent of recent years. This guy, Sterling Shepard, will step in, and he'll be that receiver on the outside that'll take away from Odell Beckham. So you guys gave Eli another weapon. Plus, I think McAdoo knows what he's doing. I heard his interview on ESPN Radio yesterday. He knows what he's doing. And with that pick, plus, not to mention, you guys chose a safety as your third pick, Darian Thompson. He's a safety from Boise State. He'll strengthen your secondary if he can produce himself during the offseason, during workouts and training camp, stuff like that. But if he comes in and does what he's supposed to do, Darian Thompson could be a guy that can get you bomb coverage down the field, and he's got hands to make interceptions. He's a playmaker. So we'll see what happens. I got to give it to you guys. Giants, you had an interesting draft. If Eli Apple comes in and steps up, hey, you guys could be that team in the NFC East to kind of push through that ceiling. So I know I just talked about Washington, talking about you guys. NFC East was weak. Who knows? We might actually get to see a race there this year. So excited about it. I might go to a Giants game this year. Maybe. Oh my God. You guys traded up for a kicker. Hargreaves was the best pick you had, and then after you traded for a kicker, I stopped watching, you stopped caring. You guys traded up for a kicker. Great pick by the Cowboys taking that guy Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, seriously, Jerry Jones, it was either going to be Bosa or Elliott, and when Bosa went into San Diego right before, you guys picked up Elliott. We all knew it. So, I mean, great pick, but there's just one thing that I have to mention about this guy. So, what is that face? What is that face, bro? Seriously. I mean, never mind, it looks like you slept with a girl who just came off the bus for her 9th grade luncheon. But seriously, what the hell is this? What is that? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know what was funny about that pick with Christian Hackenberg to the Jets? I called it. You know, I was watching the draft with my girlfriend, and she's a huge Jets fan. And I sat there and I was like, you know what? You guys might go ahead and just pick a quarterback. And she was like, well, we're looking at Fitzpatrick, and we still have Bryce Petty and all that. I was like, nah, it's the Jets. And I know how the Jets draft, and lo and behold, Christian Hackenberg. Good job, New York Jets. You guys have another future quarterback. Great. Seriously, great pick by Miami taking Laramie Tunsil, and that's a steal. You know, he's the best offensive lineman in the draft. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, you're not going to hear me talk about Tunsil or any other offensive lineman because they're offensive linemen. They don't get the recognition that they so deserve. And I am a man of the media, so I'm not going to talk about offensive linemen too much, you know, unless they do stupid shit like this. Leave it to Miami to take a pothead over to Miami. And for added measure, I even found Laramie Tunsil a roommate if you guys want. Right? You guys get it. Seriously, you see the size of that guy? That guy is Baylor tight end Laquan McGowan. That guy is 6'7", 410 pounds of amazing hands. He can catch anything that's thrown at him. There's plenty of video of it. Why hasn't my man been drafted? That guy's huge. You know, I understand that 410-pound tight end is big. He's not going to run very fast, but he'll catch anything. It'll be hard for him to take him down. Yeah, of course he's out of shape. He's 410 pounds. So, he should have at least been Mr. Irrelevant, okay? Can you imagine him on the freaking Broncos? Especially, them taking Paxton Lynch and all that stuff. Come on, their quarterback situation, they need a big guy to just catch balls and run over people. And by the way, how can you not draft a guy that looks like freaking Boo from Dragon Ball Z? You throw ball, Boo catch! So guys, Dragon Ball Z references aside, thank you for tuning in, watching. Long overdue Moner Mobile. I'll be posting some more shows, and I have more information about the blog sometime down the road. So I'll be getting back to you guys about all that stuff. So on Facebook, I've been doing this thing where I'm not an NBA fan. I was never really a true basketball fan. I always said that I preferred the Knicks because I live in New York. But I'm not a Knicks fan, really. I just follow them because I live here. I don't really have a history with that team. But I decided that since I really don't have a way of really choosing an NBA team, I decided I would let everyone else choose for me. And I've gotten a lot of insight from a lot of you guys out there, and I appreciate it. I've decided on a team, and to be honest, with all the NBA playoffs that's going on, watching every single player go down with an injury, it's been quite an interesting grouping of games for the playoffs so far that I'm not even choosing a playoff team. I'm not even going to do it. So I'm just going to leave this image here to kind of end the show, and this will be the team that Moner Nation will be following. And if you guys like, you leave some comments about the team and let me know what you guys think. But this team will be the team that Moner Nation will be following. So again, I appreciate all your insights. You guys have been really like eye-popping and stuff like that for me about it. So I'm going to get back to you with, again, more stuff, more information. I hope you guys enjoyed my draft recap, semi-recap. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys I'll see you guys next week, and we'll discuss whatever's going on in the world of sports. So hit me up with some questions or whatever you want me to riff about, or maybe do another Majin Buu impersonation of, and I'll get back to you. All right, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Spider-Man, Chocolate, you guys have a great week.